Hi guys.
Take two.
This is the first take for sure.
Perfection.
We don't have to do this twice. This is Mr. Evans.
Mr. Gutierrez.
We are here to give you the Science Skills 1.1 folder setup. We want to make sure that you guys understand how we set up our folders for class. So, what do we have to do first, Mr. G?
All right, first step. Make sure the folder is right side up.
Oh. But Mr. G, these folders look the same no matter which way I turn them. How will I ever know which way is the right side up?
That's really funny because they're not the same. So what you got to do, open it up, look inside.
Oh, I see.
My goodness, the pockets are at the bottom. So make sure the pockets are at the bottom.
Oh.
Not like this.
This
because
pocket.
it's going to fall out.
Yeah.
Gravity. Science.
Very cool.
So make sure the pockets are at the bottom. Close it. This is the corner.
Right up here.
All right. So with that corner, what you need, you're going to get a label, some type of label. Here you go.
I'll give you one if you're in my class. Mr. G will give you one if you're in his class. And that label is going to, you gotta be careful not to touch it too much.
Yeah.
Try and limit
In the
that.
corner.
And you're gonna very carefully put it in the top right corner that we just showed you. Doesn't have to be right on the edge, but really close to the edge. So now you have this
So should the pockets be when you open up the folder?
on the bottom.
On the bottom. What?
Oh yeah.
Miracles
That's
happen every
right.
day. All
Very
right.
good, very good.
So that's step one.
Now,
Oh, we also got to put our name on it.
this little label here is not just there to look pretty. It's there to serve a purpose, and that purpose is to identify your folder. So you're going to put your first and last name on there, okay? You want to write it nice and clearly because you're going to be keeping this in some pockets at the front of the room, and you want to be able to find it quickly. So this is purely. Can't see mine. I should use a Sharpie. Okay. Oh yeah.
So notice I evenly spaced out my name. Now you guys all know my first name. So that's what it should look like. Make sure that when you open it, the pockets are on the bottom.
Now you know my first name too. All right.
Bernard? Oh, Mr.
So, all right, we got right side up. We just put our name on here so we can clearly see our name. Now we've got to use some glue. All right. Well, what are we going to use the glue for?
How do you use glue, Mr. Evans?
I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy stuff, this glue. In science, what you're going to notice is that we like to use Elmer's glue. We don't like using the glue sticks because the glue sticks are a little environmental disaster. And so we use the Elmer's because we can refill it. But using Elmer's means you have to be a little bit more thoughtful about it. So first of all, let's make sure we know what we're going to glue. So we got to find something that we need to glue into our folder. So we're going to glue in our expectations right there.
It says expectations for science class.
Right there in red. And if you open your folder, I'm going to turn this so you can see where it is on your end. We're going to put the expectations in the front lower part. So it's going to be, there's the pocket. If I have something in the pocket, the expectations are facing forward so that you can see them. So what we're going to do, expectations are right there. I am going to take my Elmer's glue, and so that I don't get any glue on my folder, I'm going to kind of put this down here on the table. And the trick with Elmer's is to understand that the amount of glue that comes out of the top is directly related to how hard you squeeze the bottle, and that you don't need to squeeze the bottle very hard. So what I am doing here is I'm going to start in the corner, just go about, you don't want to be right on the edge, maybe a 1/4 inch in, and very gently, 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 got to open it, squeeze, and you're just making one super thin line. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a complete line, it can have little gaps in it. And you'll notice that sometimes you get little beads, like I've got a little too much here, so I'm going to spread it just a little bit.
See, I put a little bit too much in that corner where my pinky is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, the edge of this, and kind of smear it
so I can spread it out a little bit.
All right. Now that I've got my glue in here, I am going to set it down right where I had spotted it. I'm going to just set it onto there, and I'm going to flatten it out. Just like that. Now, a little bit of glue came out on the edges, so I've got to kind of squeeze that out. And then I'm going to close it. You are not in this video. Seriously, hit the road.
Leo, out. That's our mascot. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
All right, continue.
Oh my God.
What's Holly?
We're going to have to take a little break right now.
Part of the interruption, our little minions were
Okay.
supporting us in a
Where were
positive
we?
way.
So, oh yeah, if the glue comes out on the side, you just have to,
Take your finger and just kind of get it off there.
you want to close the folder and just kind of push it down. Now it makes it nice and solid.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ooh,
right.
Nice job, Mr. G.
thank you. It's
That looks
perfection.
pretty good.
That's what happens when you're teaching for so long.
Pretty styling.
All right,
Years of experience here, guys.
with glue. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. So the
Values.
left side, left hand, is with the expectation. Your right hand is your values. You're gonna put your values on your right side. I'll turn it towards you. This is what it's gonna look like when it's finished. It's gonna have your values on this side and your expectations on the left side. This is the left side, this is the right side. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna take your glue, make sure it's open a good amount. All right, now you don't want to squeeze too much, and just put it about 1/4 of an inch on the edge.
I think I did a much better job on this one. That first one, I put a little too much glue on it. This is perfect though. You really don't need very much with the Elmer's because the glue is so effective at, well, doing its job. Unlike glue sticks, which are, again, little environmental disasters.
All right, so you're gonna slowly put this in, grab it on the edge corner, make sure it's straight.
I did get a little bit out. It's okay if the glue smudges out a tiny bit.
Just gotta take your finger, flip it off. All right, nice. Let's close
All
it.
right. Sweet.
All right, so this is what it should look like. Like this.
On the outside, you have your name, clearly. Name. And when you open it, ta-da!
Ta-da!
Expectations and values.
Your values.
All right,
Don't put somebody else's in there. They're yours. This is your folder.
it's about you. We want you.
All right, to do a great job.
Cool, so we've got our right side up, we got the name, using glue, using the sleeves and the rings. Okay, so we've got these sleeves. Now, for some things, if they don't have these holes in them, or, you know, some things you will tell you, we just want you to put them in the sleeves, and you can tuck them right in here. Now, the beautiful thing about the folder, though, is that if your teacher gives you a piece of paper such as the catalyst, and it has 3 holes in the side there, then we can do something very special. Right, Mr. G?
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do, so we got our catalyst. It's usually going to have 3 holes in it. And we're going to store this in your folder, so that way you don't lose it. I don't have to find it. So it works both ways.
And everybody's happy.
Everybody wins. All right, a win-win. It's a good life tip. So what you're going to do, you're going to open up. So inside, there it goes.
I got it.
That's right here. So you're going to open up your folder, and you're going to open up this white little strip thing. These are called the rings. There's 3 of them. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to bend the metal pieces very gently so that they stand straight up. Just like this.
You see that?
You see that?
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right. Now, You're gonna take this. You're gonna make sure that the holes are lined up with the rings, the metal rings that are sticking up. Set it in there, and then you're gonna line the metal pieces and put the rings on them. Put them through.
It's a little finicky sometimes, so you got to be careful.
Be
Don't-
gentle. Don't rip them.
Yeah, it's all
your time.
paper, so don't rip the stuff.
So make sure it's all the way flat, just like this. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take the rings that are like this, the middle part, and you're gonna split them like this and make like a bird. And you're gonna close them.
I'll see if I can get up close so you can see it. So right here, you're gonna push one side that way and the other that way. Just like that. Do this one so you can see it. Just like that.
All right. So this is what it should look like. Notice how it's not upside down.
Ah,
Nice job.
truly amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, here's that pink with the blue looks pretty nice. I like
I
that.
know. Yeah, it's pretty great.
The red and the pink, that's got kind of a
Like a candy cane lamp.
kind of a candy.
lamp.
Yeah, it's very nice.
All right.
And now I have this super useful folder where I've got my name on the outside nice and clearly. I've got information on the inside about expectations. I've got my catalyst in the right place. And anytime I forget some of the things that I think are my values, I'm going to have a peek right back there and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. I really value doing my homework.
Being on time. All right.
Being respectful.
All right. Yeah, that's
I
it.
think that's good.
So
Nice job.
we'll have plenty of more videos for you guys as we go along this year. We're gonna be practicing how to use glue and gluing papers together.
I'm teaching you dance moves.
You got some pretty good dance moves. So, all right.
All right.
So,
Sounds
great
good.
job.
Nice work.
Go
Get those
Dolphins.
folders done. Go Dolphins.